Welcome to Kodu Game Lab, Project 1, Part 1 of Red Apple, Blue Apple. This tutorial will show you how to change your canvas's game environment, move the camera views, and program an object to follow a path. You'll begin by launching Kodu and clicking Load World. You're going to launch the New World template. Again, you may have to scroll through with your arrow keys or use the arrows on your screen. Select New World, click Play. And of course, we need to escape to edit. So now that I'm in edit mode, I want to bring you to the water tool. And when I click on the water tool, I now have options for colors of water. So when I click on that, it gives me several options. I'm going to just choose option 1. Now, because I have the water tool selected, if I go to my canvas, when I left click, it will add levels of water. So I'm going to start off by adding 10 levels of water. If you notice in the upper left-hand corner, it also gives directions for how to raise and lower the water as well as change the water color. To lower the water level, I'm going to right-click, and I'm going to lower it by 5 levels. So that's how I'm choosing to have my water. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can change the views of the gaming environments you're creating. So we're going to go back to the move camera or the hand, and notice in the upper left hand corner now it tells you how to drag the terrain, orbit with the camera, scroll the wheel on the mouse to zoom in and zoom out, as well as tab through to find your characters. So now that I have move camera selected, I can go to my terrain and I can drag it. I can orbit with the camera by right-clicking and moving my mouse, as well as I can zoom out by scrolling down on my mouse wheel, or scroll up to zoom in on my terrain. Now we're going to add an object to our environment by clicking the object tool and then clicking on your canvas. This time I want to add a saucer. Notice that you can see that an object has been added, but it looks like it is above the water. So I'm going to go back and move my camera, zoom out a little bit, and now I can see that saucer. I'm going to move my screen around by using my camera just so that I can see that saucer a little bit better. And now I'm going to program the saucer by right-clicking on it. I'm going to program, and I'm going to program it to always wander. Always move by wandering. I'm going to click escape to go back to my editing, and then I'm going to click the play button and see what that does. Okay, so you can see that the saucer is wandering around. However, some of the time it's over the water, and some of the time it's outside of that water feature that we built. So I'm going to want to make some changes in the programming to that saucer so that he stays above the water. So now what I want to do is I want to program this saucer to move on a path, but first I need to create that path that that saucer is going to move on. So I'm going to go over here and select Path Tool. Now when I go to my screen, it creates a node. And now when I drag my mouse and I click again, it creates another node that connects. And what I can do is I can drag it around on my screen and notice that I'm keeping the path and the nodes over the water. And I'm going to connect it to the beginning. I'm going to go back to my object tool, and now I'm going to program the saucer. The way the program is written right now is that the saucer is always moving by wandering. However, I want to change that. I'm going to click on wander, but I'm going to right click and I'm going to cut that tile. And now I'm going to add that I want him to move on a path. So now when I escape and I select play, you'll notice that the saucer is following that invisible path that we created and that it's staying above the water. Now that we've begun our project, I'm going to show you how you can save your world that you began to create. So I'm going to click Escape to Edit, and I'm going to click the Home menu. Next, I'm going to select Save My Worlds. Here's where you can add a description and a name. I'm going to name this one Red Apple, Blue Apple. I'm going to have some of those things when I'm complete with this game. This is going to be version 1, and I'm actually going to wait on the description. I'm going to delete the description for now. And then notice that it also has options for your name as the creator. You can add tags. For now, I'm just going to press save. And now when I press home again and exit to the main menu, if I were to go to load my worlds, I go to my worlds, I'm going to see my red apple, blue apple right here. I hope this tutorial has been helpful in understanding how you can change your terrain, such as the water that we added, as well as moving the camera around to maybe more easily work with some of your objects, as well as creating a path that you can program in Object to Follow.